Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. Today I'm going to demonstrate and simulate our project for UiTM-Oracle Data Hackathon 2021. Our project for this event is um, crowd detection in museums. I'm Muhammad Azam bin Amin, the leader for uh, group iBleeds. Okay, for your information, for this project, we use several software such as a Jupyter Notebook and Oracle Cloud Infrastructure, which includes uh, virtual machine, autonomous database, and Oracle Application Express, Oracle Apex. Okay, now I'm going to open the database for our. And also the Oracle Apex. Okay. So first I'm going to log in. Okay. For the database, we created four tables, which are data 1, data 2, museum, and visit. Okay, for data 1, it store the data for the total number of visitors in the total number of museum visitors in Malacca from 2010 until 2019. Okay, for the table data 2, it store the data set for the total the number of visitors for uh, every museum in Malacca in 2015 from January until November. Okay, for the museum table, it store the data about the information of every museums. There are 15 museums, and there's include the attributes for this table museum are museum names and its address, and also museum ID. Okay, and the last table we created is the table visit, which is um, to for us to store the data, entering and exiting from the museum for every museum. For now, the data is still empty. There's no data inside this table, considering that the assuming that the museum is still closed. This table visit will append new rows, new data when the object detection algorithm is running. Okay, now I'm going to show you our website for this project. We created this the website, the user interface for this project using Oracle Apex. Okay, our application name is My Music. I'm going to run the application here, and now I'm going to um, log in as administrator, and this is the user interface for the administrator. The user interface for the administrator include two pages, which are home page and administration page. Okay, for the public user interface, there's only a home page. Okay, in the home page, there are several sections which are the list of museum in Malacca. It includes the details of every museum in Malacca. This is from the table museum in the database, and there's a button for the information of the ticket price. When you enter the when you click the ticket price button, it will direct you to museum website which display the ticket price for every museum in Malacca. Okay, now uh, okay, this section is the real-time number of visitors in museum. For now, assuming that the museum is still closed and no visitors coming, therefore there are no data displayed in this section. Okay, this section is selected from the table visit. Okay, this section shows the current number of visitors or the real-time number of visitors in every museum in Malacca at that moment, at the particular moment. Okay, and the next section is the forecasting section, which includes two forecasting. The first forecasting is the forecasted number of visitors for the following month, with 2015. This forecasting is generated from the data set, which are the data about the number of visitors in 2015 for every museum from January until November. Okay. Um, use linear regression model to generate the forecasted number of visitors. Okay. We use the SQL to calculate the forecasted number of the visitors. And this one is the forecasted total number of visitors for the following years, which is 2000, the year 2020. This table, this report is based on the table data one, which are the number, the total number of visitors um, from 2010 until 2019. Okay, this two section is the report section of the from the table one and the table from the table data one and from the table data two. Okay, and next we go to the administration page. Here we can see there's are some function which are the configuration option which allow administrator to enable or disable the application features. Uh, the theme style selection where we can set the default application look and feel, and there's also the section where for the activity reports which include the dashboard The dashboard views application activities or section for top users. Now the application errors to see uh, to observe um, the errors happening in this application, the page performance, and the page views. For this section, the access control section, we can add users to who can access to this website. And there's a feedback section where we can see the feedback given by the user, public user. Okay, now I'm going to run the object detection. Okay. We're going to access the Jupyter Notebook. Jupyter. Okay, and in here we're going to um, activate the environment used to create the object detection algorithm. Okay, now we're going to run the Jupyter Notebook. Now we can access the Jupyter Notebook using the public IP address. Okay. We are already logged in into Jupyter Notebook. Now we open the new VNV new environment folder and run the object detection algorithm. We created the object detection and counting using Python. Okay. For this simulation, we're going to use a video clip of uh, people entering and exiting into or from a building. Okay, for a real implementation, you can insert IP camera streaming URL in this uh, in this bracket. Okay, now I'm going to write, okay, run this. Here. This is the of object detection and counting, where it will count the person uh, exit from the building and entering the building, and it will also calculate the total number of people inside the building by uh, subtracting the number of people entering with the number of people exiting. Okay. The algorithm will create a border around the object it detects and um, give a centroid to it, and also give an ID, a visit ID to this particular person. Okay. Now, when this person um, cross will count enter as one and total inside as one. Assuming that this is the first person who entered the building. Okay. When the centroid is passing through the black line, it will count enter equal to 1 and total inside equal to 1. Now let's see the data in the database. As I said before, the data collected from the object detection will be stored in the table visit. Okay, now we can see that in table visit there are um, some data uh, of a visitor or people entering the building. Now there are 4 people uh, who entered building and um, none are exiting the building yet. Okay, now let's see the user interface. Before the museum is open, this section, this real-time number of visitors in the museum section is empty. There are no data or information displayed. Refresh this page, and now we can see a visitor inside the museum. Okay, Okay, this number of visitors will be increasing as the visitor keep coming into the museum, and it will decreasing as the visitor exiting from the museum.